My name is Gaynell Witherspoon, and I'm the Controller and Personnel Manager for Max Daetwyler Corporation. Max Daetwyler Corporation originated in Bleinbach, Switzerland in the 1940s. They started out building pre-press equipment for the printing industry, and from there they developed the technology to make a superior doctor blade. A doctor blade is a beveled steel blade that is used in the printing process, wipes the ink from the cylinders. We were looking for a software that was a standard, and Microsoft is a standard. In the office, everybody uses Microsoft Office. So to use a Microsoft product just made sense. It was already going to work with programs that we knew how to use. It was already going to work with Excel and Word and our Outlook, and it wasn't like starting completely from scratch and having to learn something over again. I had already made up my mind probably before we started looking for people to help us implement that we were going to use a Microsoft product. So it was important to me to find somebody that was local, somebody that was close by. It was important to find somebody that I could connect with, that I had good communication with, that people that I liked, and people that the other people that I work with here also liked. InterDyn's sales team brought their consultants in and we had a room full of 20 people where everyone got to ask a question, what do you need the software to do for you? And through that process, they got to learn more about us, but we also got to learn about them and what their methodology was going to be for this implementation. This was before we settled on InterDyn and before we purchased the software. One of the things InterDyn did that was very important to me was they spent a lot of time planning the implementation. Their consultants came here and we went through step by step how we were going to go about implementing it it took us about 3 months, so we had 3 months worth of plan. The consultants were very in tune with what we do here. They spent a lot of time learning what we do here. Since moving to GP, our manufacturing software allows us to better schedule, to rearrange our schedule if we have to create work orders much faster than we could before. It also allows us we have segments of our business. One is a lot of the same thing over and over again that we produce, and in that case, the scheduling and the work order production needing to be a variable where we can move in important emergency shipments quickly. We are doing 25 to 30% more business today than we were when we implemented just a few years ago with the same number of people, with the same number of support people. So the same people hitting the keys with GP are producing that much more without any extra effort. And I think we could take on another 25% more. One of the benefits with GP is that we can review our gross profits or our gross margins much quicker. We review them every day, where before it was a very arduous process. Now with GP, those gross margin reports come out every day. If there's corrections that need to be made, if our sales guy in the field is underpricing something, our sales manager catches it quickly and corrects it, and it definitely has improved our profits. Prior to the installation and using GP, I was not aware of the reporting capabilities. We had talked a lot about the reporting capabilities during the consulting time when we were working with InterDyn, but because we didn't have anything like that, it was very hard for me to imagine the capabilities of the SSRS reporting and how much data we could mine from GP. And it has also surprised me how much our management team uses that information to make good decisions about directions we need to take or things that need to be corrected or how well we're doing in one area over another. I will say that if you're making a big change like we did from in your ERP systems, if it's going to be a big change for you and it's critical to your business like it's critical to ours, who you partner with is very important, and you should take some time to plan from the inside before you go outside so you know what you're looking for, and then make sure that you partner with people who lay out the plan that's similar to yours, people that can tell you on the front side how long it's going to take, what the process is going to be, what your commitment needs to be, what your costs are going to be. When InterDyn laid out the cost for our project, then we knew what we were spending and we expected to stay within those guidelines, and we did. They laid out the timeline. We expected to stay within that timeline, and we did. If there was any variation from the plan, we knew about it well in advance. All those things were what we expected and what made it successful, and was worth the time that we took to find the right people to partner with, and we're very glad we partnered with InterDyn.